Well, hello YouTube. This old mower, I've had this thing since spring of the year 2000, so it's on its 18th mowing season if you count them up, and still runs like a top. Starts on the first crank, but the deck is just about gone. You can see down there, see them holes in the deck there? Well, over here on this side, that wheel fell off last week because the deck rusted through back here. I don't know if I can get down there to show it, but yeah, you can see that big old hole there. And the wheel just fell slap off. So I just went to the hardware store and picked up this steel L bracket here and drilled a couple of holes where it was still fairly solid. Drilled me another hole there for the axle and put it back on. Hopefully it'll last another season or two. Seems to be holding on pretty good. I've already done the trim work with it again once. About the first 10 years I had it, I mowed over an acre with it once a week, every week during the mowing season. So it's been a doggone good mower. Like I say, for the last 7 years, I've only used it, or well, this will be the 8th year. I've just used it for trim work. I only run it maybe half hour, 45 minutes now at a time. But I'm just hoping that that little bracket I put on there can last, like I say, at least until next May. Then I might take the motor off of that deck and save it, because like I say, there's nothing wrong with the motor. It starts on the first try every time. But I imagine that deck will be gone by then. But now, having fixed that one, the riding mower, which is only 8 years old, quit here last weekend. Had oil in it, but the motor seized up. You can't turn that motor. I don't know what in the world happened to it. So I went on Amazon and I just bought a new motor for it. Now the one that was on it was rated at 20 horsepower, and this one here says it's the correct replacement for it. This supersedes the older model, but this one here says it's only 19 horsepower. So I guess it'll be just as powerful. They were both 540cc engines. Now how this one here is only 19 horsepower at 540 cc's when the other one was 20 horsepower at 540 cc's is beyond me, but whatever. And here during the day tomorrow I'll be changing that engine over. So I haven't been constantly working, but since I finished that Hoosier cabinet off, but I've been staying busy. I've got most of the shop cleaned up. There's still a mess over there on the radio bench, but all the rest of it over here and the floor and whatnot is all cleaned back up. I still got to take those sawhorses out and put them around back. But I've also climbed back up on top of the house and painted the window trim around the dormer windows up there. They had, I ain't no telling when the last time them things were painted, but it was before we moved here. And they needed it bad, so I've got paint on them now. But I say, I just wanted to give y'all an update of where things are right now. When I get that motor changed, we get the new motor put on the riding mower out there, I'll go ahead and get the radio bench cleaned up over there and maybe try to get back to that RCA 56X. And after that, I think I'm pretty much going to be done with radios for this year, because the only other way I'd be able to do them is inside, and I just can't never seem to get nothing done when I'm inside the house. It seems like the garage out here is the only place I care to do any work like that. I may try, but if I do, it'll just be another piddly little radio, like maybe that little Sentinel or something like that. All right, well, I'll say just an update, let y'all know where things are right now. So, we'll talk to you later. This is Gary, signing off, and thanks for watching.